Hello, and welcome to Assessing a Virtual Platform's Effectiveness and Exploring Mental Models of Robot Design. I'm Weston Lady, and on behalf of the Build-A-Bot team, today I'll be talking about our platform's evaluation of usability across all aspects. Some background information first on the platform. Mental models are an explanation of a user's thought process when observing a robot and are based on the user's perspective, therefore unquantifiable and obscure. Physical robot design does influence this mental model of the capability. Many production robot physical designs are not super concerned about form and shape and are more concerned about the features that they're coming with and fitting all of the necessary components for that. On the right, we see an example of that. This shaky robot um, is chock full of naked wires and features. Mental models were not a concern for this robot given how early it was, but you could see how, if you saw this robot on the street, you might have no idea what this is doing. Bad mental models can lead to confusion about what the robot is doing and lead to eventual mis or disuse. So, do we know how to build robots that can target specific mental models? On to social robots. Um, Designed to interact with humans, social robots will be highly anthropomorphized by the humans they work with. Um, they'll include a wide range of communication and expression ability, including nonverbal actions and physical attributes. Um, these highly social robots will need to have the capability to convey these emotional behaviors and nuanced conversations. Why? Because these are part of everyday human to human interactions, right? And eventually one day we'll get to the point where robots have all of that to effectively communicate with people. So, what physical form is required for highly socially capable robots, right? And this is the question that led to the Build-A-Bot platform. Our end goal is to provide guidance to physical robot design. This guidance will be based on the incoming data that we get on the Build-A-Bot platform. The platform itself, you can visit at dubuildabot.com. You can use that QR code. When users navigate here, they're directed to the bottom left image. That is our home screen, and they can navigate through the tool to the other images provided. Our experiment setup for this, we recruited participants through Amazon Mechanical Turk. Participants in the study were asked to go to the provided website, build a robot, and report about their experience. These instructions were intentionally vague and open-ended to ensure the user can find their own way. After visiting the site and building a robot, they completed a survey based on their experience using the tool as an untrained user. Participants were asked about their interactions with each feature, as well as how intuitive, easy to use, and useful each feature was to them. Data was collected about computer hardware, operating systems, preferred gender, and whether a user had 3D modeling, robotics, or gaming experience prior. Room for open-ended feedback was also given to allow for unusual circumstances that would lead to you not completing a robot or some other situation. Each user was, when they submit a robot, they're given a code which they submit back to us through the survey to line everything up. The results for the survey. We had 47 completed surveys, an additional 3 did not complete, they were not included. We had 18 women, 29 men. 31 of these participants claimed to have prior experience, 3D modeling, robotics, or video game experience. 16 did not claim to have any. We'll perform a chi-squared test to evaluate whether this is important to understanding our tool's controls. Um, yeah. For the website features specifically, the top right, we have a general question about how easy the website was as a whole to navigate through. On the bottom, we have individual feature understanding aggregated for mean and standard deviations. For the tool specific features and navigation, again, on the top right, we have a more general question on how was the experience as a whole. On the bottom right, we have again the aggregate data across each feature, mean and standard deviations. And on the left, we actually have a breakdown of each feature, how users responded. Each user did not get all all feature questions, and therefore we have counts less than 47 for each of these. Um, Here are chi-squared results and setup. Bottom right is the setup for each feature we performed for this chi-squared test, and on the left is the data for each of these. The results for the platform indicate that it is easy and intuitive to navigate, largely. Almost all users made it through the entire unguided process and finished their robot. Participants felt that their robot did convey the trait that they were given to target. One user even goes as far to say that the Build-A-Bot platform is useful for someone with no background of building a robot online and can go from knowing nothing to completing a bot in no time. We did not pay him specifically to say that. Um, Prior experience in 3D modeling, robotics, or gaming was not found to be a requirement in this experiment by the chi-square test. This does not mean that prior experience is not helpful, but it was not found to be required. Not all features were unanimously popular and easy to learn. Some features, such as logout, are easy and intuitive, but users won't necessarily feel the need to use this. Other features, such as the duplicate tool, also has low usage statistics and are being considered for design modifications. Really, we want to make sure that all features are intuitive for new users as much as possible. Thank you so much today. I have enjoyed giving this presentation. I hope you enjoy the rest of your time at the conference. Thanks from the Build-A-Bot team.